All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Chakbadash. Noble honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful electors fighting the good fight of faith and truth in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And I want to talk about, if you really believe, the mentality that you should have. Because I was sitting here meditating when I was at work, and I was like, it really should be nothing that separates you from this truth. Like, it should be nothing. Hold on, I think I'm about to get interrupted. So the mentality that you should have, because matter of fact, let me just get the scripture real quick. Yeah, so while I was at work, I was meditating on this. It just came to me in the spirit, because, when you at work or whatever you're doing, things pop up that may get on your nerves, and it might really, really be, annoying you to the point like you just, you want to react. Like, whatever it is, it don't have to be at your job. It could be at home, but you have things that could just get under your skin so bad to the point that, you can react a certain way that, you have no business reacting, because you always have to keep, the hope as the focal point, as the end goal. Matter of fact, before I get that, I might as well jump to that real quick. Take no heaviness to heart, drive it away, remember the last end. So this is the type of mentality that you're supposed to have. We got the scriptures, we have, the instruction book. Now, everything is easier said than done. When you're going through something, the scripture said that the flesh is weak, but the spirit is indeed willing. So, the flesh can react sometimes. But it said, go not in a way where thou mayest fall, and stumble not among the stones. Stones is stumbling blocks. Okay? So, it's a lot of things in this world that are stumbling blocks. And what I wanted to center this video around is not putting yourself in a position to fail. And I always talk about it, but I was really like, even with the things that irk you, right? Some things, matter of fact, most things you cannot control. But only thing that you can control is you. You can control your reactions. So you can't control how a person react, but you can control how you react. So the whatever situations that happens in your life, a situation or situations, if it's a steady thing, that's something that you have to go through. That's something that the Lord deem you that you can get over. Because the scripture says that he would not tempt us above that we are able. So whatever it is, your job, your family life, because that's usually what it mainly would be, So if those two things are getting under your skin, then you have to always think about, this is not forever. This is not forever. And as you see, I'm going off the spirit. So I might be saying a lot of scenarios at once. That's just how the spirit is. Yahweh Shah told Nicodemus that the spirit is like the wind. So I might not even finish a scripture and jump to another one. I'm just letting you know, because I feel the spirit. So but yeah, so the Lord is not going to tempt you above, and that you are able to handle, but also will give you a way to escape. That's in 1 Corinthians 10:13. But this scripture right here, and it said, be not confident in the plain way. The plain way is the broad. Yahweh Shah said that the straight gate is what leadeth unto life, and the broad will lead unto destruction. That's in Matthew 7:13 and 14. So we are in a position of difficulty. This is our life. But I was just thinking about all the scenarios, because I'm a scenario man. I was thinking about all the things that can happen, all the things that do happen, and how none of those things should separate you from the love of Yahweh Bashma Shai. If you really believe, it's not enough, it's not an amount of money that could take you out of this truth. There's not a circumstance that could take you out of this truth. The only way that you should be able to get out of this truth is if the Lord literally take the spirit away from you himself. But it should be nothing that should separate you from the love of this truth. So go down in the way wherein thou mayest fall and stumble not among the stones. So the reason I'm reading this, because this is really, when you look at it, this can be a temptation scripture. Because basically the scripture is giving you great advice. Don't go into the way that you may fall. So as we are down here and the world is still going on, yeah, we see prophecy happening, but the sown places is still happening. All right. I mean, Salakia, the sown places is still here, you know? So the sown places is not unsown. See, at that time, everybody's going to be in the same predicament, and everybody's going to be willing to, settle down and try to figure out what's going on. But the Lord said he's going to provide for us in that day. What we doing now, when that day happened, see, we're working that we can be delivering in that time. While people, as the scripture says, that the world shall rejoice, but you shall mourn and weep. See, we going through it right now while the world rejoicing. It's easy to rejoice when the sown places are still, intact. But when the unsown, now you can't rejoice, and now you want to get serious, but it's too late. So I was just sitting here thinking, because, like I said, I'm a scenario man. I was just saying, like, what if my boss, pulled me to the side and be like, yeah, I want to give you this certain position, and then like I jump up like $10 more than what the hell I'm making now. Damn well I'd be happy. I ain't gonna lie. But no matter what happens, you're supposed to stay the same, remain the same. So like I said, I just create scenarios in my head because that's just who I am. And I always look at it like if my life upgraded or something. And then when I was putting those scenarios in my head, I was literally asking myself, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, because you have to look at it like this. The Lord basically blessed you that you would be able to handle what you need to handle, with your daily bread, bills, things like that, until, the Lord comes. That's the way that you got to look at things. If you come across a situation, a prosperous situation, which I hope the Lord that, I'm manifesting something, but on a serious note though, whatever happens, like if you come across what you call that, promotion. If you come across a promotion at your job and you making a couple more dollars, or or I don't know, something happened, like you come across a couple dollars, period. Those things you supposed to just thank the Lord and stay humble. So I think about all of that. So and hopefully I'm making sense. Like I say, I just, if you watch Apostle Aram Lob, he have a series sometimes called Hit the Button. That's what I did. I hit the button. Like I just got off of work. I walked in the house. All right. And I pressed the button. I pressed record. So, yeah, I didn't have anything really in mind. Like sometimes I have like maybe like 2 or 3 scriptures in my mind already. You know what I'm saying? And then I build off from there. But I ain't have really nothing. So that's why I say, Lord willing, this is edifying. But who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation, distress, persecution, famine, nakedness, peril, sword. And these are literally all the things that Apostle Paul went through. Like, he was shipwrecked in the middle of the sea, man. That's crazy. Beaten to death, literally. All right. He said he knew how to be a base and a bound. So that means that he had money, then he was broke. You know? Oh yeah, and then in the time of Claudius, remember, it was a famine. I think that's Acts 12. The Emperor Caesar, Claudius. And it says, as it is written, for your sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. And spiritually, we're not living. As the scripture said, our life is hid with Hamashiach. This is not our rest. We're not prospering. We're not rich. We're not, doing everything that our heart desire. So we're not in the kingdom. So we're killed all the day long spiritually. And some of us are literally going to be killed being martyrs. So yeah, we just here. We, as scripture said, make your body a living sacrifice, which is your reasonable service. So this is what we do. This is our life. But I was just sitting here, like I said, this thinking about what should separate you. Nothing. If you really believe nothing, if one of the Rothschilds came to me talking about, I'll give you $1 trillion, and listen to what I'm saying, because everything, like, the person that's watching this video can be like, yeah, you just saying that because that would never happen. But I'm dead serious because I really believe this. Like, first of all, you not in the truth if you don't even understand that the money that we dealing with is funny money anyway. I don't give a damn about no $1 trillion, because guess what? I can have $1 trillion and then the next day it crash. So it's really nothing. It's nothing in this world. I'm talking about for those who really believe in this truth. It should be no amount of money and no circumstances that should be able to take you away from this truth if you really believe. Because if you really believe, you know that this world that we are in is temporary and that the Lord is about to set up his kingdom. So that's why, like, for all the ones who was in this truth and fell out, that's crazy to me. And Lord willing, the Lord keep the spirit on me that I endure to the end. But I'm talking about, I know people who fell out the truth for like minor things. Like they ain't even come across like hitting the Mega Millions or nothing. Just like you got offended. Wow, you got offended and you fell out the truth? Shit, come on now. My whole life is an offense. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, like, you literally got people who just, oh, my girl about to leave me. Or, my family, they disown me. Like, who gives a fuck? First of all, the Lord is the creator of all things. You gonna allow somebody who can't even put you in the kingdom, who can't save your life, to take you away from life? Shit. But anyways, let me continue. It said, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, so that's dealing with angels and demons, okay, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come. And guess what? We still got Jacob's trouble around the corner. This whole place is about to go in a chaotic frenzy. And the Lord said he gonna give us stability. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of the times that's coming. Nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of the Most High, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua our Lord. So I was just sitting here just thinking, creating scenarios in my head. That's what I do, and I do it a lot. I talk to myself and everything. Because I'm a lonely person. I always been like that, even when I was in the world. Of course, you have a couple. Like, I literally only have 3 friends. And that's about when I was in the world. So I always been to myself. I never been like an outgoing person, a friendly person either, But the point is that when I was at work, and that thought just came to my mind, like, do you really believe? So it's like, oh, imagine. So I'm gonna end it on this thought. The mark of the beast, right? Which is something that's very, very serious, man, and it's been talked about more and more So many videos of the men of the Lord bringing it out. The devil actually speaking it out of his mouth, talk about this is where the world is going. Like, imagine you get on the news one day, or you go to the bank one day, and there's no money, but the conclusion is, put it that way, because I was looking for another word, but the conclusion is that you would have to take this to, buy and sell, like the scripture says, man. At that moment, are you really going to falter? Because I'm gonna say this, the prophet's been talking about it, right? And then it's actually happening. That should build your faith. Not make you scared, not make you be like, oh shit, what I'm going to do. The Lord literally told us play by play what was going to happen. And now it's happening, right? I'm talking about when it happens. So if you have to take death, which I already did a video on when it comes to, no, I didn't. That's another video I was meditating on. I thought I did it already. So I'm going to have to do that too. But yeah, so, just having that martyr mindset, man, that martyr mindset, because if you know what death really is, you're already immortal. It's just a transition back to the Father. And then you're going to be resurrected and up to glory, man. So I'm going to end it on there because I'm doing a little bit of rambling. But Lord willing, it was edifying. And I'll just, like, seriously, if you really believe, can't nothing take you away from this truth. Because first of all, this kingdom is going to be destroyed. Last time I checked, you're down here on this kingdom. All right. Because the kingdom down here is on the earth. You're on the earth. All right. And the Lord said that this kingdom had to fall for his kingdom to come. And this is temporary. So what you holding on to temporary for? All right. So all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and Shalom.